Hello fellow Simagicians, and welcome to the first of the You Ask, We Answer series. This is a series where we go through all your questions that you have for us on social media platforms, and we're going to answer them in depth to the best of we can. So without any further ado, let's get into the actual questions. So the first question is from @ArchNotch from our YouTube. He asks, are there other wheels in the making that will work with the Maclin? Well, the answer is yes. The GT Neo is our first of the wheels that will have the Maclin compatibility. All of our coming up wheels will have the Maclin as a standardized part, including the shifter modules. So the second question is from @BillCranston3882 on our YouTube, asking, how does the grip on the GT Neo compares to the GT4? And also, the quick release looks slightly different on the GT Neo compared to the GT4. So is there any difference between the two? So here we have the GT4 wheel and the GT Neo wheel. Now, the difference between the two in terms of the handle is that the GT Neo has a revised and improved ergonomic design on the handle, which gives better contact surface to your hand while driving, which means more control and it will feel easier on the hands. Now, in terms of its quick release, there's no difference between the two in terms of the structure, but what you can tell from the GT Neo is that it has a 50% increase in terms of its contact surface, so it allows for a slightly easier installing and detaching process. So the next question is from Randy Marsh from our subreddit. He's asking a question regarding on the Simpro setting on Le Mans Ultimate, saying that the Alpha feeling springy in the middle part and showing his Simpro settings down below. For this one, it seems like it's a simple case of the wheel rotation speed has been set up too high. The wheel rotation speed setting up high would mean that the wheel is more eager to recenter itself, which can cause this sort of springy feeling that you get while driving. What we recommend is to use our default setting that we're given to all of our users and try to experiment and find out your own optimal settings from there, as these settings are being fine-tuned by our race engineers who has been done countless testings and driving sessions in real-life racing. Here's a question from jpittman436 from our Instagram, and he asks, what is a good beginner setup that we will recommend? For this question, it really depends on your personal preference in terms of driving. For what we recommend getting a Alpha Mini wheelbase and a P1000 dual pedals, as they are very versatile and they are more affordable in our lineup. As for the wheel choices, it depends on your driving preferences. If you're more focused into GT or Formula racing, we recommend getting the GT Neo wheel. But if you want a wheel that can do a little bit of everything, we recommend getting the GTS wheel. And all of these products, you can find it all over in our web store, which we will link it down in the description below. So moving on to our third question is from John Williams on Facebook, asking under our quick release video, saying that, is this a refresh? As in my wheels, there's no flank. So over here, we have the updated version of the quick release and the previous version of the quick release. Now, this one is more or less an extension to our previous question, in which that the two quick release are essentially identical in terms of their function and their structure. And for the updated quick release, the difference is that this one has a slight increase in its contact surface, which means that it allows for an easier mounting and dismount process. Now, apart from this little difference, this is essentially the same, and they're both very solid options for your wheel. So that's all the question for today. If you have any question for us, feel free to drop it down in the comment section below, and don't forget to join us over on our Discord server and chat with our community. But until then, we'll be seeing you in our next video. Keep racing, Simagicians.